My name's Tony Pollock. I average over 100% annual return every year as a full-time trader, and a big part of my success is being able to identify key levels on the chart, watch the reaction of those key levels, and use that information to be able to see momentum of where the stock is about to go so I can ride that and make money. Let's dive into some charts together right now, identify some key levels, and show you where the momentum might be coming into play this week to help you make some money in your trading. Let's start with SPY real quick and take a look at some of these key levels that I am watching. We are into my bear zone. This is a place where I would expect bulls to start taking profits and bears possibly to start to step in. We have all-time highs right in front of us. That is a place where I believe these markets are going to get magnetized towards. It makes a lot of sense. And so if we go up and hit 565 or just north of that this week, I would not be shocked. The more important thing is what happens after we get to that area. Do we start to hesitate? Do we start to close strongly through it on a daily chart? How does this week close after we interact with this? Is going to give us a lot of information and give us some keys into where momentum might be coming from, where it could be shifting to help us to make money. So I'll be watching this level very closely this week around 565 just to see what it does. If we break through it strongly, expect retest to get bought up and for this bull move to continue. It makes a lot of sense. The next place logically that we're looking at would be about 570 would be the next target after all-time high. So just keep an eye on that this week if we do decide to crank higher. Now, this is very extended and a pullback is needed. So again, this is a bear level that I'm watching for. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out on smaller time frames for some reversal patterns to come back in and to see if this market would like to retest back into 555 all the way down into 545 realistically. But I mean, even if we sink down to 535, I still believe we are bullish and bulls should be buying this. So anywhere into this zone, I would expect reversals to come back in and bulls to buy the dip on. If these bulls do not hold 540, 535 area this week, then something's wrong, something's broken, and we could be seeing a lot of selling. I don't think that's going to happen this week. I believe we are probably going to be leaning a little bit more bullish this week. It doesn't have to. I'm not a fortune teller. I just sit back and watch the levels, let the markets tell me where the strength is and how I can make money on it. So if I do end up getting a reversal signal into this bear area, I will look to grab some momentum to the bear side short term for about a day or so, whether that's day trades, some short-term swing trades, selling some bear call spreads could be a great option, and ride this thing back into some daily EMAs, see if it wants to fill some gaps, and then look for the bull momentum to switch and to take it right back up. So we could get a little bit of chop this week, but if you're prepared for it, if you're aware of where your target should be at, then you can play this, get out before those reversals come, and make really good money. If we dive on over to the Qs, the Qs have not really pushed back into their all-time highs, so they're lagging a little bit. So if SPY does start to break out, I would expect the Qs to kind of get drug up with that. Now, Nvidia's earnings coming out this week, it's going to be affecting these markets a little bit. The big level right now for Qs would be about 585. If we start getting some strong candle closures above 585, I think that we probably continue to put in quite a few more bull days, and it's going to look something like this. So a big time bear level is going to be right up into this 484 level. It makes a lot of sense. Watch for traps to come in and reversals to come back through if that does play out. But if we get some strong candle closures, lean bullish, and the next target would be pretty much all-time highs pushing into 503, 504 area on the Qs. If the bears do decide to push back down, we have some open gaps through here that make a lot of sense. I would expect bulls to buy in this area. So I'm not super bearish on this unless we start getting some candle closures below 452, 453 area on a daily chart. Then I would start to think, all right, something might be up. I want to be careful on this. Look for retest, should get shorted. If that happens, that would be my play on the Qs. IWM had a really strong breakout, and this is what I was just mentioning. If the Qs do this, right? The Qs have a really nice barrier right here. If we close strongly above that, it should squeeze bullish. Well, that's exactly what IWM is doing. And so at this point, retest should get bought. Anywhere into 216 area should be a very strong buying spot, and we should be trying to push our way back into all-time highs, which is going to be around 228, 229. That's the target. Does it have to get there? No, but the momentum is to the bull side at the moment. The bears did not hold the levels that they should have held and drag this thing down. They got squeezed out. Dip should get bought up. There should be some really good swing trades on IWM over this week. So now Nvidia coming through. We have earnings this week on Nvidia, and I want to walk you through some of these key levels that I am seeing. So as you can see, the bears are building a really strong defense here. If we start getting up above 131 on Nvidia, this could squeeze and we could have a very nice bull move on our hands. I would expect us to probably stay within this range before earnings. That makes the most sense. It doesn't have to, but markets love to find really important areas before earnings. So we could stay right in here and just chop sideways and then make a gap either to all-time highs for earnings or make a gap back down. Either one of those are fine, but this should be a very strong buy area for the bulls. Anywhere between 120 to 115 area. I would expect the bulls to come in through there. If we start strongly gapping outside of this trend line on Nvidia over earnings, if we do get that gap down, it could lead to some really quick selling. So just be aware of that. I don't believe we're going to get any type of selling like that, but it's earnings. You never know. It's not our job to predict what's going to happen. It's just simply our job to react. So have a game plan if we do get a gap like that. Have a game plan if we gap higher, because if we do gap up, I believe it will be north of 140. And there's room to run. I mean, Nvidia can be pushing new all-time highs into 180, 170. It's very, very possible if we do get a strong gap up above 140. If we gap bullish, but it stays below 140, expect these day traders to push this right into 140 this week, and then we'll watch price action there and see what it wants to do. So hopefully these levels give you a better idea and a better game plan of how you can play this, make money this week. Trading is not about being able to be correct. Trading is simply about managing your risk and having an edge. And if you can use some of these important levels on the charts to watch reactions and watch what happens, you can see that momentum, ride that momentum, and make really easy money, because it's everywhere if you just simply know what to look for. If you would like to master how to read these charts, how to identify these key levels, how to see that momentum, and how to be able to know when to get into a trade and when to get out. Trading is so stressful for people because they feel a little lost. They don't really know when to get in, and they don't know if they should just lock in their profits and get out. And every time they do, it keeps on running. And every time they stay in it, it reverses and they give up all their gains. I want to show you how to read price action, so that way you're going to trade with a real edge. So you're making educated decisions based on what the charts are telling you, instead of guessing and hoping that you're right. For the entire month of September, I'm going to teach a course in our real life trading community all about price action. All you have to do is come check us out at reallifetrading.com. Link is down below, and sign up for our all access pass. Now you get 2 weeks for free whenever you do this. And so you can come be a part of my mentor group for 2 weeks completely for free, and then just cancel after 2 weeks if you want. Let me show you how to read these charts and help you to start finally trading with knowledge instead of emotions and guessing.